right, so for our activation piece, all you need is a piece of real estate on the floor. We're gonna start off with our Jane Fonda hip complex. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay it down on our side. We're gonna get into a nice straight line from your ear to your shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle. From there, we're gonna angle the hips down. We're gonna internally rotate the leg, and we're gonna start by going up and down, straight up and down with that top leg. We're gonna go for about 10 or so reps. From there, we're gonna bring the leg forward of the midline, and then circle the leg back and around. All right, so you can see I'm going in this clockwise manner, and I'm bringing my upper leg in front of the toes, and then circling back behind the heels of the bottom foot. Okay, I'm not getting a ton of movement from my body. I'm trying to keep it just to the leg and hip, even my knees staying relatively straight. From here, I'm going to go into heel to butt. Again, keeping a little bit of separation between the knees. Going heel to butt. And then from there, the next move is going to be circles going forward. So I'm going to bring the foot back behind the heel, circling it forward in front of the toes. Okay, so I've got that nice, not even close to being a smooth or complete circle. It burns! But I'm going behind the toes, and then circling it in front of the toe. Go behind the heel, and then circling it in front of the toes. One more time so it's not as confusing. Bring the foot back behind the heel, and then circle it up and in front of the toes. And then I'm going to finish this complex by driving the knee up to the chest for a 10 count. And then I'm going to switch it up to the other side. The next move is going to be a single leg glute bridge. So from here, my core is staying nice and tight. I'm going to tuck my foot in nice and close to my butt, drive through the heel, and then bring the opposite leg up. And I'm going to drive and try to get my hips to open up completely, keeping that core drawn in tight. Lower the hips down, driving up, and back down, driving it up, and back down. Again, trying to squeeze the glute from the base right where it meets the hamstring all the way up to the top of the hip, and then bring it back down nice and controlled. Then I'm going to switch it up, do the same thing on the other leg. Core is nice and tight, driving through the heel, extending all the way up, keeping the core braced, trying to get that extra range and open that hip up all the way, and then bringing it back down. Once you complete your reps on the single leg glute bridge, we're going to transition into a hollow body hold, and then rock it. So from here, bring the legs together, pointing the toes. From here, I'm going to lay it back down. I'm going to flatten out my low back, get my core nice and tight, pointing the toes. I'm going to bring the arms up and overhead, and then rock from the base of my glutes to the bottom of my shoulder blades. Again, trying not to break at the midline. Try not to break at the top of the abs, right at that sternum. I don't want to relax and then sit up. I want to stay engaged and go back and forth. From there, our final thing is going to be shoulder tap. There's two types of shoulder taps we can do. One will be bringing the arm straight up to the same shoulder. The other one will be bringing the arm up to the opposite shoulder. So both of them look like this. We're in that beautiful push-up position. Core is nice and tight. I'm going to bring the arm up and right to that same shoulder. Hands touch, or you can go opposite. Again, try not to switch or rotate too much. Try to keep that body nice and tight. Try to move the arm, move the shoulder blade, coming straight up, straight back down, or across. And keep the weight out over the hands so that you can prep that upper body for all of the pressing and pushing that you've got to do today. All right, that's our activation for the day.